Hey, what's happening, everybody? How many of you have been checking in, even watching this video, right? You've been checking in daily for the news updates, for your social media update, checking on Instagram or Twitter, wherever you like to get your updates. You've been logging onto Facebook. You're following all your favorite sources and favorite feeds and so forth. And you're constantly wondering what the next crisis or next thing's going to be, right? You're wondering what the next COVID update's going to be. Maybe you're watching in on politicians giving their update or health officials. You're wondering what the latest count is or the number of deaths that have happened in your community. You're worried about politics and wondering who said this and this person did this and what's going on. You're wondering about world crises and what's going on around the world. For that matter, maybe you're just wondering about the economy and whether the stocks are going to hurt your retirement or whether you're going to have a job, keep a job, lose a job, right? All of us are in this constant state of panic and worry and anxiety about what the future holds, about what tomorrow holds. But you know, Matthew 6:34 says, "Therefore do not be anxious for tomorrow will be anxious for itself. Sufficient is the day's own troubles." And essentially what we're trying to get out of scripture there is that we could spend all our lives stressing and trying to figure out about the future. Now, some of us stress about the future and we just do it out of pure anxiety. Others who are problem solvers stress about the future and they're constantly trying to figure out how to beat it. Right? If I can just get 2 steps ahead, if I can see what's coming, I'll be able to plan for what's coming at me from down the road. And therefore, life will be better. And so we worry and we stress and we calculate and we try to figure out what might be heading our way. But here's the thing. I think this year, if anything, 2020 has proven to us that we don't have a darn clue. I always think about the fact that, most of us can't even get a perfect first round in a March Madness bracket. Most of us cannot actually and accurately figure out who is going to defeat who and when the underdog is going to get that win. Now imagine coming into a year like 2020, and how many of you, if 2020 had a bracket, would have picked pandemic and nuclear looking to bomb going off in Beirut and all the child sex trafficking stuff and killer hornets and a Midwest hurricane and right, the list goes on and on. It's a running joke about the fact that every month has in store for us a new surprise that we never would have seen coming. And we could have been anxious and plotting and planning and figuring out and calculating, and we could have gone on and on and on every single week, every single day and month. And we would have been wrong. You see, we don't know what the future holds. And it's not our jobs necessarily to be prophetic and to know what's coming and to beat the system, if you will. But instead, we're guided to say, you know what, today has enough troubles of its own. And if we're constantly looking into the future, looking at what might be coming down the line, we will spend so much time planning and plotting and not doing anything because we don't know what the future holds, and instead we'll wind up not living today. But if you can ground yourself, if you can find a way to become one with the moment that you're in, focus on the task at hand, experience the world around you, enjoy the world around you, and take advantage of the life that you are blessed with, then you can actually let go of some of that anxiety. That's the challenge that God has for us. Look, nobody has the future in the palm of their hand except God himself. So why do we stress ourselves out trying to figure out how to survive days that haven't even shown up yet when we could be living in and enjoying the moments that we have right here in front of us? And that's my challenge for you. Remember that every breath, every day is a blessing from God. And if we spend all of our time looking into the future, we'll miss the miracle that's standing right here in front of us. And for that matter, if you are in crisis, you won't be able to act and do anything about the moment now anyways. So enjoy the time you have, cherish the moments you have, and live in the moment instead of being day drifted dreaming about the future.